Hi. How y'all doing? I'm a little late. That's okay. You guys will be fine. And who jumps on? Hey, how are you? I am a little late, but it's because I found a place that's connected with the hostel that I can actually go on live and we're not going to freeze, or we shouldn't freeze today, because I want to make sure that we don't run into those issues like we normally do. Hey, how are you? But I'm going to have to get a fan here because it's hot as hell in here, but that's all right. We're good. Hi, Lorraine. Mel, what's going on, Chica? Oh, I'm getting you made a breakthrough. Did you make a breakthrough, Mel? Wow, Mel, I got something on you. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And it's going to be really funny what I say to you, because when I say it, you guys are going to understand. But I'm picking on Mel first. Check this. I can't curse. I'm just going to try not to go Jersey, but check it out. I finally got my new phone. But funny story, I got my phone and then a friend of mine by accidentally knocked it out of my hand and the back shattered. So I had to pay the insurance and get a new phone, even though I had insurance on it, which was great. But that's okay. So I did finally get my new phone. I'm excited because I'm hoping that after today, I'm able to save this on this one and then can upload it on our YouTube channel, so that our lives get saved, which would be amazing. So thank you. All right, so Mel, I'm picking on you because the funniest thing is immediately when I saw you, yeah, but it's okay. We're good. But we do have a new phone, guys, which is much better, which means it's going to hold charge now and all that other fun stuff, which is a good thing. Okay, so Mel, I'm picking on you first, baby girl. I feel that you had a breakthrough, kind of like, and it's so hot in here, that you had a breakthrough, which is amazing. Okay, so I'm happy because it's finally a shift that you needed. So this whole quarantine thing, hello Florida, is not a bad thing. It's actually helping some of you guys in big ways, which is huge, which I'm actually very excited for a lot of you. But Mel, I got that you got a breakthrough, so you need to tell me yes or no, because now there's going to be a shift that happens in your life, and I think it's a much needed shift. I think after what you had dealt with, what we had addressed a little bit, I think last live, was a concern you have and some things you need to let go of. And it's almost like you had an epiphany and you came to terms with that. So now that you've done that, Mel, a shift is going to happen in your life, which is an amazing thing. And it's almost like it's not like a shift that has huge movement. It's like a powerful shift where you're going to stand in your power and you've totally made the decision. I was like, too, don't worry about it. I just started, but it's because I found a better place to do this. Where you finally made a decision in your life and you know the exact direction you're going in and you know exactly what you want, but also what you need. And that's so important because the fact remember, it's say no to the 6 on the road to a 3, where we have that point in our life where our wants and our needs become the same thing. And that's how you become whole and you draw in abundance and that type of thing. So that's so important. And thank you very much, Miriam. You've gotten to that point in your life. So now I can tell you, yes, it's time for you to move forward because of the work we've done and the sessions we've had. I know you completely understand that. Okay. So now you're to the point where you're going to have to stabilize your energy because your shift is going to happen. Your whole world. Hey, Perth, Australia. How cool is that? Your whole world is going to shift for you, is going to change. And I'm excited for you because it's time for the growth. It's time for you to start drawing in that joy. And you've done so much work and I'm so proud of you. And the funniest thing is not anybody else is going to be used to you being this way. They're not used to this because it's a strange kind of power that you're going to be drawing in, which I'm so proud. It's amazing when I can feel your energy and I can see you getting ready to stand in your power that you've gotten there. Like this whole quarantine thing for you has been the best thing that could have happened to you in the past. Honest to God, it's like in sections of 6, but they said 6 years, but 12 years. Because if we go back 12 years for you, Mel, and we start cycling, you see where you were at and now where you're going. So now the next 12 are going to be amazing for you. So this is huge. So I'm so proud of you, and I have to tell you that. So that shift's going to happen. Now, the funniest thing is you got to retreat into solitude. So everybody goes, like Mossy, I told her she had to do this the other day. Because people are like, all right, I'm in quarantine. What do you mean I got to retreat into solitude? It doesn't mean stay in the cave that is your house. Okay. It means you need to get out into nature. And you and I have discussed this as well, Mel, that you really do need to get into nature. You need to get into the woods. You need to actually be by a babbling brook. Because you really have to get to know yourself and be okay in your new skin, in your new spirit. Because this is Phoenix spirit. This is you really. You're really going to be able to connect relationship-wise now, career-wise now. Like you're on the upswing, which I'm so happy for you. So now is the time you need to get out a little bit because you need to get comfortable in your skin. You need to smell the air. You need to feel the energy that's within you and allow it to radiate out. So important. And then once you've done that, guess what? That problem you're facing right now, you can't fix it. Baby, you can't fix it. It's time to move away from a difficult situation. There's nothing you can do. It's not even worth the battle anymore. It's not. Let go. Okay? Specifically, let go and move away. So what I want you to do is get used to this new skin that you're in. Stand in that power that you have because you've made a decision in your life. You're right there. Okay, now then move away from the difficult situation. It's not even worth it anymore. And there's a lot of people that I've worked with that understand when I say it's not worth it, just don't deal with it. You're drawing in more aggravation and you're not going to backslide, but you're going to stay stuck. Now, once you start moving, then you're going to be able to keep going. Don't stop the flow. And I was looking, you guys catch my attention sometimes. I don't ignore you. Elliot, nice to see you. You're supposed to be giving me an update. But I see, I don't ignore you. It's just when I'm reading somebody, I get into that flow and I need to give attention. So don't ever think that I'm ignoring you. It's just when Spirit tells me who they want me to talk to, that's who I'm dealing with, okay? Hi, Brandon, I see you. So once you're moving away from the polar opposite, that's when you're going to start trying to retreat back to old habits. Okay, so you have to confront your opposite polarity because old habits can die hard. Even we've made the change and the choice, you can fall back, and that's okay. You're human, but you have to stand your ground and you have to say, no, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm worth more than this. My path is laid out before me. Well, the coolest thing is with the setup, because I live at a surfing hostel now, we have the best artwork all over. In fact, I really do, now that I have the phone. Got to take you guys on the tour of the hostel, and they have a whole office space where I'm allowed to use it, and we have better internet connection, because guess what? I don't think we're glitching, are we? Okay, so confront your opposite polarities because you've embraced the three worlds. And when I say embrace the three worlds, it's above, it's here, and it's the other side, because we're dimensional, okay? And there is above, there is the heavens, and there is on the earth, and you have to work in all three realms, because remember, I tell you, y'all aren't flat-sided. You're all actually, we're five-dimensional, but we're like kaleidoscopes. Brilliant beings, and you have to learn to shine and shimmer from me, because guess what? What is it that I tell you guys? We're everything and anything but, let's see if everybody's going to jump in. Everything and anything but what? What do you think? What do you think? Set up readings, because let me tell you something. We're everything and anything, but I'm waiting. You guys aren't clicking in. Come on. Basic. Thank you. If you hang out with me and you are in my soul family, you are everything and anything but basic. Okay? Which means this. I expect more from you. I expect happiness. I expect abundance. I expect you to be imperfectly perfect with me and human, but going on the path to that I am energy. Because remember what I told you. Okay? Not everything, we weren't put on here as gods or goddesses. So if you're going to say namaste to me, here comes my jersey, I'm going to tell you, bite my ass. Don't namaste me. Because that's not why we were put here. We all have the god or goddess within us. Okay? But you are put on this planet right now in this lifetime to be perfectly and perfectly human. To suffer and to have the joys and the highs and the lows of the human experience and really know what love is and understand what heartbreak is and empathy and be able to rise above so you can go to the next level. So we're all on the path to that perfection, to that God, goddess energy, because we all have it within us. But on the human in me recognizes the human in you, and I don't expect perfection. But I expect you to try, and I expect you to go after the abundance and to do better and to do no harm in the process. Right? Okay, so I'm going to go back. All right. And I know I just did something weird because my phone did something wrong. So did that make sense to you, Mel? Elevate. That's right, Robin. Mel, I have to show you a Merkaba set. I have to show you a Merkaba set, by the way. And you can make your own, by the way. Okay? So that's what I got for you, my love. And let's see who else is gonna. And if you want to do readings, this is the time, because we're everything and anything but basic. Everybody's so scared because of everything that's going on with our economy. And let me tell you something, it hits me hard, because you got to remember, this is how I make my living. I work with people for a living and I help them. Hi, Theory. So, hey, Luce. So I want you to create feast for famine. I want you to create abundance. I want you to get into connection with what truly matters in this world, and what it is you truly want for your life. Like I got my Karina. I am so proud. And guess what? Now we can do lives. I can even do Zoom now. Thank God. But Karina, we had done a reading, and I'm still waiting for her really to get going with her fashion designing, because she's an amazing designer. But she found at a point in her life that she wanted something more. She's an artist, and she creates, and she started her own business, truthfully, right before this really hit. And the thing that's so important, hi baby girl, is we worked and we came up with the name for her business and started on the path of what she needed to do. Because when you're going to be successful, you have to be passionate about something, and you truly have to feel it. You have to know it in with every fiber of your being. It's who you are. And the problem is like Karina found out, hi Mermaid, that she was missing something, you know, and she needed more in her life, and she needed to let out her creativity. So we worked on it, and during this time of famine, she is now have so much growth. Anybody on here, because I've worked with her and I know her nature, and you guys know I won't plug anybody unless I know them and I know their nature and what they're about. I'm very, very specific about that. And Luce, I'm going to go back and look in a second. I want you to follow her. And if you're local in California, she actually is starting a couple different phases of her business, because she really needs to design. Robin, this is very important for you. Even Lorraine, because I think Lorraine's on here. I have a couple amazing designers that are on this, but Karina actually, I'm trying to get her to design individual lines for people to embrace who we are in our looks, kind of thing. So if anybody has events that they're going to, a wedding, it's Sweet 16, whatever it is, I don't care what it is, she can design you something amazing. I saw some of the sketches that she did, and it just made me smile because it's who she is. The lines that she does. So this is for Karina, and she does do nails. She has her own nail business. That's how she started. So she's starting there, but hopefully she's going to go back into the design because that's truly what she should be doing. And I am going to be doing the group meditations, a new series of 4, and then back to the old 4 for new people, but for the other people that I might have missed a couple, so you know. Yep, you have to work with Karina. You have to. Just like perfect example. You see this? Okay. Gracie, on her own, has been working on doing makeup, and she's extremely talented. Okay, so I'm helping my daughter start. We actually came up with a name for her business and what it stands for. And as she gets older, she will create lines, but like I want to hook her up with Karina because Karina does special events. Gracie does amazing makeup. Okay, so she does, and hair actually. So when I come up here, what I do is I turn around and I'll have her do my makeup just so she gets practice in new looks. And today she said to me, Mom, what color do you want me to use? And usually I go with more gypsy colors and natural colors, earthy tones. And I said, that's not for me to tell you because you're the artist. I don't know what's the best for me. And she said, no, Mom, if somebody comes, they tell you exactly what you want. And I said, no. I said, when I go to a nail artist, when I go to somebody who does my hair, they know what my look is. And I say, I want you to do what you feel is going to look best because you know, because guess what? You're not going to tell me how to train you. You're not going to tell me how to read you. You're not going to tell me how to heal you. That's what I do. But when it comes to somebody doing my nails or my hair or things like that, if I'm getting something done, it means I want to sit there and I want you to create because you're artists. Everyone on here is artists. Oh, absolutely. And the funniest, and Lucy, we're going to use you for this because I want her to learn how to do makeup for drag as well. I do. So it's so important. Like Lucy is a designer too, and he's supposed to be doing retro bathing suits, Luce. Just so you know, you're supposed to be designing a line of retro bathing suits that can work with women and drag queens alike, which is great because Lucy does a lot of pinup kind of stuff, which is great. And then I have Theory on here that does lines for like artists, singers, and things like that for drag and all this other thing, but also is another amazing designer. And everybody's going to work differently with each person. Okay. But yeah. All right. Now let me go back. Luce, what was it that you were saying when she gets makeup? I'm looking. I gotta go back. How do my online reading work? Just like this, but it's private. We can either do it through any kind of, now I can go through everything, which is great, but you just basically direct message me. And I do recommend that in the beginning, you do an hour. If you can only do a half hour, I will be very specific. What did you say, Luce? And I'm going back, so I'm trying to do 2 things at once. You were performing. Hey, Lucy, repeat everything everybody's get excited about that you were doing, because I didn't see that part because I was babbling too much. I don't want to miss that because I do support, because you're supposed to be performing and you're supposed to be writing. Bye, Ashley. I'll talk to you later, honey. But what was I talking about? Oh, you direct message me and we book a session. I will get what I can get in a half an hour, but normally your first time, it's not enough time, especially if we're doing life path or career. Like anybody who's looking feels that they need to change their career or need help. I do specific work with corporations and careers and helping people get started or bringing in what they need to make their business more abundant. So we can work together specifically for that, because now you guys have a time to change. Now you guys have the time to create, to do really what it is that you want to do, which could also be what you're meant to do. Oh, you absolutely should post a photo. Oh, and by the way, anybody that has been to my live shows when I did them with Roz, Land and Roz and Sammy the Pancake, Cavern Theater through this whole COVID-19 is at risk of shutting down. So now I know they have posted doing some fundraisers in reference to trying to keeping the theater open. It is amazing theater that has been open for so many years and has had so many gifted people go through it in LA, Casa del Campo. And so I would definitely go and look. Okay, so, and then if you guys want to do something in reference to trying to help keep them open, that would be great. The guided meditations, I am going to post them again. I did a beginner series of 4, okay, and I'm going to restart that group of meditations. So the people who might have missed that meditation when they were doing that series can actually do their makeup. The new people can jump on, and now that I have Zoom, it's amazing because I can have a larger group of people. And then I'm going to actually be posting the next series, because in the first series it was amazing because, believe it or not, I had people go astral. I had people that turned around and were able to go dimensional, met with their spirit guide, appeared to them. They actually went past life through these meditations, which is amazing. So I absolutely suggest them. I also do individual ones. So if you can't be part of the group and you want to do just one-on-one, we can also do one-on-one. And I do them through video, and they work amazing. And I also do them in close to you if you're near me. And right now I'm in San Clemente, so I'm in between Los Angeles and San Diego. So I can go both places, which is great. Or you guys can come too, kind of thing. And the greatest thing is when this whole thing lifts, we can do full moon ceremonies on the beach here, and all that kind of drum circles and all that kind of fun stuff. The group meditations, for 4 meditations, if you get all 4, it's $120 for the 4 meditations. And then if you miss one, you get a makeup, so it's not like you're going to lose out, because you know I won't allow you to do this, because this is about you healing and growing. And then individually, it's $40 for individual sessions, or not individual. If you just want to jump on one meditation, it's $40. If you do all 4, it's $120, and that's how it works. Oh my God, loose. Let's see if anybody else got it, because sometimes you guys have to learn how to trust your intuition. Hi, Mikey. And I will be posting a whole bunch of stuff now that I got a phone and I'm not sick anymore and things are good. I actually can come back and not scare anybody anymore, which is a good thing, because I did not want to scare you. This is so... Oh my God. What? All right. Now, when you say moonstone, all right, Robin, when you say moonstone, what type of moonstone? What's it look like? Or do you want me to tell you what your moonstone is? Opalated moonstone is your moonstone. And it actually would be with feldspar in it. That would be the one. And I'm going to have to see if I can get you one. That draws in... No, this is not. This is an opalite, an angel aura crystal with turquoise in it. And yes, I did make it. And then there's my labradite, because you guys always know I have my labradite on. Are you sure it's moonstone? Okay. You would need an opalite moonstone is what you need. I would say feldspar in it for you because of where you're at, because it's going to actually draw in your goddess energy. It's a transformational crystal, and it connects you with the power of the lunar cycles, the moon and the energy and how it affects the water, and you know your connection with the water, and it's going to help calm you. It's going to help you rise above so you can stay a little bit calmer through everything. You want a giant ring. Okay. I have to see if I can find a piece that's a good mix for you for that. Yeah, I love labradite because see all the colors in it? And I'm going to flip it. So you see, and now you can actually see that crack in it. It actually protected me from a attack from the other side. It cracked when it was on me out of the blue, when I had felt something like hit me. The labradorite is something that somebody like me, or a healer wears. Anybody who's a mystic, an oracle, works with the other side, the angels and things like that. It's something we wear because it brings protection. It connects you more with the other realm. I'll do another live on labradorite because I've done that before with you guys. And what it does is it's connected not only to your heart chakra, but it's connected to your throat chakra for communication, opens up your heart, but it balances every single chakra in your body and gets them spinning the right way. So it helps balance and clear you, and it really opens up your crown and your third eye. It's an amazing crystal. It's an amazing crystal for protection. And a lot of times they reflect each other. You can look in a labradorite, and I love them because you can actually see a reflection. It looks like a lake. And then I'll explain to you, because I get very excited about crystals. We all know this. And what happens is the top usually will reflect in the bottom. So it'll look almost like trees or something. Because you see how on this sucker, you have all those things. On the bottom, it actually looks like it's a lake that's reflecting. And legend says that labradites are the frozen fire. It's a piece of the aurora borealis, which is the frozen fire, the northern lights that fell from the sky. And I hugely resonate with labradorite. And it was really interesting because I had somebody new on here last week, which a lot of times people go, well, what's my crystal? And it's not always going to be necessarily crystals that people know about. Like she was a selenite and a rhodochrosite for things that she was dealing with. So, yeah, which is really cool. Now, who was I going to speak to? This was for, my brain's going dead. Luce. Spirit yelled out to you because I guess you're starting to try, but you need to work a little harder. You need to work a little harder, sister. Let me tell you something, because first of all, guess what the name of your sassy spirit guide is? Because it jumped out at me. Did anybody get the name, the one name of his sassy spirit guide? Just out of curiosity, I wish I was set up for it. I'm not set up for it yet here. But I would show you how you figure it out with this. No, she's not mad, but I'm going to give you her name. I'm the one that's getting feisty with you because you just get in your own damn way. Does any pick? Come on. I want you guys to look at Lucy's picture. And I want you to turn around and I want you to start feeling what her sassy spirit guide's name is. And don't create a name. And it's a different name. It's an older name, like an older school name. So it's not like it's Autumn or River or Rain or, you know, some bullshit like that. It's not Katie. It's an older name. What do you guys think? I want somebody to feel it. I want you guys to feel it. Absolutely get a selenite lamp for your living room. But you know what you need? You need a rose quartz lamp, Mama. You need to get a rose lamp. Giselle, Stella, Esther, Janet. Look how horrible, Karina, my nails look. They're disgusting. Dolores, Gloria, not Gracie. Ethel. Ethel's pretty close to what I would consider this name. It begins with a B. So now I'm going to give you, it begins with a B. It's an older name. Think Ethel. What would be a name that would go along with Ethel? And it's close to Dolores too. It's in that time frame, so you're getting closer. Not Barbara. Beverly. So you know, Beverly's that one sassy spirit guide, and she's actually older. And I'm seeing her really clearly, which is really cool. Have you connected with her yet? Luce, have you connected with her yet? Yep, Beverly, Bev. Have you connected with her? Robin, I want you to... Robin's actually an amazing medical intuitive, just so y'all know. She's my soul sister. Loose. Kinsey, all right. Kinsey met her person, just so y'all know. So while while Luce is going to answer me, I'm going to jump on Kinsey. At the very beginning, when I started working with Kinsey, she had been stuck in a relationship that she was not meant to be in, and she was staying in it for all the reasons. And if you know the history, we've done a long thing. And this is very, very important for you, Tifon. She listened to me. She didn't jump real quick. She didn't jump real quick at all. And she let the fairy tale happen. She just allowed herself to feel and be okay with the decision she made, and made the chances that she need to. And the person that she's with it makes her happy, makes her heart soar. And this is the word I get, makes her spirit tingle. He makes her spirit tingle. Just makes her whole shimmery, that glittery feeling all inside, not bubbles. She just tingles all over. And she loves the way he kisses, by the way. Because she's never been kissed like that before either. You did good, Mama. I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you. When I saw that, I was like, yes. Yes. Okay, so Beverly is the name of your spirit guide, because you're taking too long, or you responded and I couldn't see it, Luce. And she's from an older time frame, but she was a vaudeville performer. So that's what makes sense. So she was very big and larger than life. So she wasn't during the time of the 50s and 60s. She was not pinup. She was more like 20s and 30s, you know, with those little skirts, the fringy skirts and the little hats. And she was, I didn't see it, larger than life. And very sassy. And I guess because of what you do, you need to tap into her. But see, and the thing is what sucks is when I see them, I want to give you what I see, but so many times, because I work with you, Luce, I like you guys to go through the meditations or whatever work we do so that you could see them for yourselves, because I don't like planting. But for you, I think that if you can connect with her energy, because she's so very much with you now, and it's like she's tapping her fingers waiting for you to get going. Very good. Very gypsy, very, very good. But very, you know, the skirts and the way they used to shimmy and they used to wiggle, like Chicago all the way kind of thing. But the thing is on your journey, you had made a huge decision okay, but Dark Poetic, you want the Kinsey story, but you need to learn how to let go. You need to learn how to allow it to happen and to allow things to flow. You hold on to shit too much is what I'm getting for you. Yep, a flapper. Perfect name, thank you. So, Luce. So that's a little bit for you, Dark Poeta. Okay, and it takes some work, and really, it's really ending up being good with yourself so that you can get to the point so that you can do this, which is a good thing. You're not that far off, though. You're not that far off at all. But when I start tapping into you, I get that you have to learn to have a little bit more hope, a little bit more faith. I guess you lost some hope and faith in things. You have a little bit of issues with trust right now. And I'm hearing specifically for you, they said it's not going to happen again. You're good. You're okay. But you have to believe that. Hold on to that feeling, let it glow, and don't get scared. Okay? Hold on to that feeling and let it grow for you, and you're going to be fine, baby. You will be, Kinsey. But that's what I got for you, Dark Poeta. So I don't know if that helps. So you guys know when I do this, I jump back and forth. Okay, but this is for Luce, because you're right there. And it's almost like you're almost ready. It's like horses and at a gate, and like you're waiting for the gates to open for you to take off. They like the way you did my makeup, by the way. Anyway, come say hello.
Hi guys, I made some good cookies today.
She did bake cookies today. She learned how to make peanut butter blossoms on steroids today. I was very, very proud of her.
Okay, what is going on?
I don't know, but don't mess up the thing. It's probably lost its...
It's kind of blurry.
Yeah, I know, it lost its
Just
thing.
hold yourself. You know, like Focus it.
It's not focusing. It's being a pain in the neck. There it goes. It focused now. You want to come back in so now you can see her, so you can see her focus. This is my little Bratz doll, my Jersey Bratz doll. Do your lips. Yeah. But yes, this is the little one that's starting her own makeup business.
Blurry again?
It's not blurry again, because you keep moving.
Gracie, hi. Is that Mosi?
Night, Kinsey.
Mossy?
Yes, she is. Okay, so...
Anywho, sorry. Bye, guys.
She said bye. Okay, so...
Hi, Dad.
Let's go here. We're going to go... You guys know that our lives are just really crazy. But I think we're going to start showing you... We're going to start doing... You know, cooking is a form of magic. Making cookies is a form of magic because it's the energy and love that you put into it. But Luce, this is for you. You're at the point where you're about ready to take off. The gates are about to open. You made the hugest decision to stay in, in the LA area and not move back. That would have been the worst decision you could have made. And you would have gone back sulking with your head down, and you just wouldn't have had the joy. Here you have the joy. You have a huge family here that's growing, okay? Yes, her name is Gracie. Gracie's name is actually Gracie, and she makes everybody call her Grace. But you made the bravest decision to stay and not give up. Because it takes time. Yep, she's my daughter. It takes time for you to build your paradise. And I'm getting the word paradise for you because you're creating the world that you want to live in. And you are brilliant because you don't care what people say. When you want to get dressed up and go out, you don't care what anybody thinks or that. And you don't need to care. Okay? Absolutely, Susie. Anytime. So you're right at that point where it's ready to open. So now you just need to let go. You need to take your dreams and you need to put them on your paper. And then you need to grow. And I really, specifically, I'm giving you a job. I want you to design a line, a type of pin-up bathing suit retro line. Because you have a huge thing for that, and you're so creative, and you're so good at it. And there's also, I'm seeing some kind of dress that you're supposed to create that's like a flare dress. Think Marilyn Monroe, where it comes down, but it's supposed to be like a halter kind of thing, white with like big red polka dots. And one of those short skirts that kind of bounces out. It's because you're stuck at home right now. So create. This is when you're supposed to creating. But you're supposed to really be doing a bathing suit line, a retro bathing suit line. Like I kind of give you all chores to do, and this is the way you're supposed to start. And then you're supposed to be writing. You already know that. Okay. And we're supposed to be doing that cooking show, remember? Keep on saying it. And I wonder if you contacted Miss Finnegan yet. Because she does work with a lot of people who you are kindred with, and she would be a good person for you to get on your side. But the funniest thing is when... I know you can do bathing suits. Come on, let's go. I know you'd wear the crap out of it. And the thing is the greatest thing, Luce, now think about this. The greatest thing about the retro suits is women nowadays are more curvy because everybody's got to have that ass now. We all know that. Everybody's got to have that ass. Because all of a sudden guys like butts again, which is great for people like me because I got hips and an ass. But it also enhances your top. So whether you're small-breasted or larger-breasted, the retro bathing suits and those dresses... push up and in, which is great, but it creates an appearance, an illusion. So women, when they wear those things, feel very, very pretty. And it's very, very flattering. And it really creates a woman to look the way a woman's meant to look. Because if you notice, everybody's going back. Okay, which is a great thing. Like the styles are changing. And you have a knack for that. So then what'll happen, Lucy, guess what we'll do? Because my kitchen's pretty cool at the hostel. And then we also have like a little bit of a gourmet cushion. You can come hang out with me at the hostel and we'll do something and I'll cook with you. How about that? I'll cook with you. And we'll do it that way. It's made out of a lot of pad, but that's what you're supposed to do. But what I heard specifically for you is number one, you have to understand no matter what your decisions are, okay, you're actually starting to get comfortable in your own skin and you're getting braver. You're getting braver. And for you is you just being brave. It's you just drawing up the courage to follow your truth and to be okay with you, because you're okay with you, but you were always afraid of what other people were going to think. And you don't have to be anymore. Okay. So the thing is the thing that they wanted you to know, regardless of who you are, and this really touches everybody, and what decisions you make in your life, if you're really following your inner voice and you're doing things by doing no harm, but following your truth, you are cherished and you are protected. If you are following the right path, they're going to protect you. And if you go down the wrong road, it doesn't matter. They're going to save your ass. I get my ass saved on a regular basis. So you have to trust. When I say I got my angels, I got my angels. But you have to trust in that. So the first thing, no matter what decision you make from this point on, you are cherished and you are protected. Please do not doubt that. Okay? So you have to break free now. Now's the time for you to, you know, if the gates are open, to take off, to really follow your passion. And I have kind you on these lives, because you have a lot of people that call you out on your shit. I don't know where Yellow Wolf is. He isn't on here right now. When you're doing that cooking show, when you're going to do that line with bathing suits. I even gave you an idea of what I saw as far as a dress, that type of line, the whole Marilyn Monroe thing, the Rita Hayworth thing, you know, go back to that, the pinups, burlesque, all of this stuff. I give you guys ideas. My Karina, I love you to death. I'm so proud of your nail business that you're doing, but you design beautiful clothes, elegant clothes. Personal designer, not a personal shopper, a personal designer for people. So everybody has their little bit of sparkle, their little bit of different, because we're everything and anything but basic. Work with this. So you're really supposed to tap into your other side, and you're supposed to come back to life again, because you had been beaten down for a while, Lucy. But you're at the Phoenix too. You guys are doing great. It's time for you to regenerate and be born again, bigger and brighter. Own it. Be who you are. Does that make sense to you? Ooh, Cain. Tell the truth. When you asked me that question, okay, yeah, but you're doing better now, Lucy. You're not beaten down no more. And you have a family now, and you have a family here now, and you know it. You have a family of the people that you met at the live, when I got you guys all together at the last live, and you have a family in this group. So there is no reason. There's absolutely no reason. And you know, if you design a line, we're going to post it up here anyway, and everybody's going to start buying your stuff. By the way, I'm making a t-shirt. I'm going to post it. You guys all got to wear it. Yes, but you're supposed to, Cain. When I immediately saw you, I guess there's something that you have to do. I know you need to be looking into work with kids, but there's something going on with your partner right now. And I think we had discussed this a little bit when we did your reading. You need to tell the truth about something. You need to, it needs to come out. You need to really speak how you're feeling. And I'm hearing the words, put out there what it is exactly that you need, and also what it is that you expect. I guess they gotta rise up a little bit more, because you're not supposed to be doing all the work. Okay, and here we go with the stupid thing again. It's not focusing. That's okay though. You're not supposed to be doing all the work. So it's like it needs to come up, be laid out on the table, and honesty has to be there, because honest to God, you deserve to have a little bit more comfort. You're not far off your path, Tifon. You get in your own damn way. You're doing so well. Why do you gotta why do you stop questioning yourself, Tifon? Stop. See, and the funniest thing is I've done like, I think 3 sessions with Tifon now, maybe 4, besides our little conversations on live, and you have come so far. Stop doubting yourself, okay? And stop questioning your decisions, and just calm your ass down. Just calm down. Let yourself breathe. Don't be sorry. Don't ever apologize. But because I've worked with you so much, I can let the universe bitch slap. I can have straight Jersey. Other people, I got to be a little bit softer in the beginning because you're not used to me yet. But you and I, we know each other now. I've read you enough. There's nothing to be sorry about. I'm excited for you. And you know what's coming for you. You just have to believe in that and have faith. Cain, yes, it's very important because you deserve to have comfort in your life. Everything else you're going to work out, but you really need to get that thing handled with your relationship. It's very, very important because as I'm saying that, you don't deserve to have any bit of unhappiness. And you deserved comfort, okay? Ask your sister what it is she wants to do. That's what she has to decide to do. And so Divine, I'm getting something with kids for you, by the way. I don't know if it's just because of your babies, you need to do stuff. You know what it is? And it may not be what you were looking at because you're so bored at work. Do what you need to do at work. Because I think we discussed your whole work thing when we did your reading. I'm getting that you have to be a little bit more creative with your babies. That you have to learn how to help them dream. And create things with their imagination. Like, believe it or not, there was a time, because I have 5 kids. When my kids were babies, and they were little, we'd go to the park and I'd get like a rope and tie it around our waist and we'd act like we were like going on expeditions. You know what I'm saying? Through a park, and we'd create a whole thing. You need to be a little bit more creative with your kids. Right now. You have enough going on. Okay, and you really like to have that control, okay? Thank you so much, Elliot. Thank you. We already decided this, and you need to get through everything that's going on, and you're kind of like and I know it's going to suck for you right now, So Divine, but you're kind of like you're the North Star. Let's give you the North Star in your family. You're the stability. The thing that keeps everything together and hold. You kind of keep everybody on a tether and you can pull them in what you need to. But the babies, you got to help them dream again, so that's going to help you dream again. And when you become more creative and you start realizing there's so much more out there, then that's going to inspire thoughts with you and growth. But you enjoy your babies while you have them. And did you decide to make that move yet? To go where you wanted to go as far as your work? Did we make that decision yet, or are we still working on that? Because you need to go. You guys need to make that move. Okay, now, universal message. I hear all this nonsense going on here. We know that Monday nights are supposed to be the fun nights where I do the different readings like I'm doing with people. But what... And I told you what to do, Robin, too, specifically on our phone conversation the other day, just so you know. I haven't even said nothing to your other half because I'm letting you be in control of it. I am going to explain Pluto being in retrograde, which a lot of everybody says Mercury in retrograde, which is actually perfect for what's going on right now. So tomorrow, I'm not sure what time because I've been doing work on it and connecting it with what's going on in our world right now. So actually Pluto in retrograde right now, being in Capricorn. Oh, you guys didn't expect that from me, did you? A little bit of astrology work is actually imperative to what's going on right now. Imperative. It explains a lot of things of what's going on in our world right now. So, Mossy, how am I going to say this? Don't make me kick your ass. We had a discussion the other day on what you're supposed to be doing, didn't we? You're good where you're at right now. Stop creating an issue where there's not an issue. The person you're with is the one that you're supposed to be with right now. And you're supposed to help him grow and help him open up and catch up to you. And he anchors you. Okay, and that type of thing, okay? Are you going to meet, this is an interesting thing, which I think you're going to grab onto. And by the way, I love your posts lately, Mossy. Her posts have been so much fun and so brilliant. You're doing your work, and it's not work. You living your life where you're at, it's not you work. Yes, he's the love of your life. He is a soulmate. And I almost think he's borderline because you have twin energy with you, but I think one of your spirit guides, I have to work because it's almost like he's your twin, but he hasn't caught up to you yet, but it's really weird. I have to work on yours because the energy of your partner who you're with is definitely soulmate energy, but it's so much more than that. He's so much more than soulmate, but I feel twin energy with you, but not necessarily that he's your twin, which is really weird. So what I'm getting on that is a completely different thing. It's almost like your twin has a twin. Does that make sense to you? Which is, I know might be a little bit off. It's almost like he's a part of that twin energy that got separated, which is really weird, the way that I'm feeling his energy. But you're also helping him open up and catch up to you. So stay right with you're at, with the man you're with, because he loves you, and go find that house that I told you you're supposed to find and start doing the things you're supposed to be doing. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, it's really interesting. So, Goldner, because I haven't given you anything in a bit, and nobody get jealous, because when somebody says something, if Spirit gives me something, I will jump to that, just so you know. Yeah, it's really interesting. It's like your twin has a twin. It's like it's the same energy, so part of it's on the other side, part of it's here. And he's so earth. Your other half, he's so earth. Hi, Mama. He's so earth. And it's just so interesting what his energy is. He's so earth. He's so tree hugger. He's so, like, if you were going to go back in time, Stonehenge, Druid-like. So, you know, where you would have to tell him, because when he gets out in nature, it doesn't matter. He gets all dirty and he may start stinking, and you got to tell him, go take a bath, go jump in the lake, kind of thing. Because he gets so involved in things when he gets involved. If that makes any sense to you. All right, Goldie, this one's for you. First thing they said, my love, is it's time for you to start defending what is dear to you. You need to turn around and stand up, and you need to be like Joan of Arc. You need to draw in that energy. You need to stand and defend what is dear to you, because you know what you want in your life, and you know what matters, and you are not to falter. And if the people you're with and the person whom you are with, or the people that are around there, because it's almost like you get aggravation from people outside your main life, not necessarily in your life, but everybody that wants to put their 2 cents in, and they don't have a right to do that. They can put their 2 cents in, but you don't have to do what they say. So you need to turn around and defend what's dear with you and create the life that you want, and go after that, and don't you dare accept anything different. And once you decide to do that, then you're going to have to adapt to a new situation, because then really at that point, people are going to look at you a little bit differently, because you don't necessarily, you're not part of the pack anymore. You're your own person, you know. You can be part of a family and part of a pack and be part of somebody else's family, but have your own. So you're kind of learning how to create your nucleus, because that's what you're doing. You're at the point where you're supposed to be creating your nucleus. So you have to learn how to be the center. Like So Divine is the center. You're creating your life and your family. You're at the very beginning of this where everything's starting to move forward. And that's a good thing. But do it your way, and the way you want to do it. One chance, one lifetime, this lifetime, no do-overs. So don't bend when you don't need to. And your grandmother would tell you not to bend. She would tell you you don't have to. So I want you to remember how she would speak to you, and then you have to adapt to a new situation. Once you start doing this, there's an opportunity that's going to be coming and being offered with you within your lifetime. Not your lifetime, within your life right now. There's going to be an opportunity that's offered with you. Accept it, even if it requires you to make a little bit of a movement. Don't be afraid of it, okay? Welcome. Nice to have you here, Alamark. And accept that new opportunity that has been given to you, and you have to be curious and look deeper. Now, this is the thing too. I'm telling you what's coming and what to do, but I don't want you to sit and wait for it just to appear. You need to keep doing the work that you've been doing. You need to turn around and go after these things. You need to stand and say, no, this is what we need to do, or this is how I want to do it, or this is what I want my dress to look like, or where I want to have this thing. This is your life. This is your fairy tale that's not going to turn into a nightmare. Let's just, because a lot of people say fairy tales actually are horror stories, but they're not. We're going it with all the angels and butterflies and shimmer and shit. Life has a lot of nightmares that we have to deal with, those ups and downs, but we can end up happy, okay? And then just start speaking. Just start telling people, no, this is the way I'm doing it. This is what I want for my life. I respect what you're saying, but if it doesn't fit me, I'm not going to go there. And then reveal the truth. You know, stand in your truth. This is, hey, Martini, I haven't seen you in a minute. Don't be afraid to say exactly what you want. Yeah, I know, shimmer and shit. That's my jersey. That's my jersey. And you know, I talk so fast sometimes because my brain, I get all these words in my head, or I get these visions and knowings, and I try to get it all out so I don't forget anything. So, and then you have to learn to trust and just open up your heart and love with an open heart, regardless of what people say or do. Just let it fall off of you. Just love with an open heart. Because, Goldner, you are a really happy person when it comes down to it. You really are. You got to stop doubting shit. You really just got to take a stand and defend what it is you want and go after it, and do not take no for an answer. Does that make sense to you? Maybe, possibly. Oh, is it really? I didn't even know that. Angels, butterflies, and all that shimmer and shit. That's a poem by Emily Dickinson. You're going to have to send it to me. You're going to have to send it to me. Oh, I don't know if I want to talk politics. I don't think I'm gonna. But I saw something. Yeah, that's... I am going to say it. As far as this goes. So the most interesting thing is because everybody's getting crazy. In fact, when the kid was doing my makeup today, the new look, you're welcome, Goldner. That was for you, baby. And just so everybody knows, Goldie has been on here for months, and she's been waiting for something really to come out solid for her. When Spirit wanted her to do it, wanted it to come out, they did. So be patient, because this is, you know, Spirit tells me what to do, because this is a gift that's being given through Spirit. So whatever they tell me, that's where I go with it. So I'm not ignoring you. I just am, whatever jumps out at me is what I'm going after. Oh, and I guess I have somebody else that I have to do right now too. We're going to see who that is in a second. Okay, so the most interesting thing, I don't know this man's name. He was brilliant. I got to find out who this old gray hair man was with the glasses that was on YouTube when we were playing music. And believe it or not, I was playing like alternative rock, you know, like Incubus and everything. And this comes on and I couldn't skip it because she was doing my makeup and we were friggin' baking cookies and all that fun stuff. And he was talking about when somebody truly becomes an adult is when they decide to, and it's not when you hit 21 or 35. It's a state of mind in where you're at in your life. And he was going through this whole thing. I'm like, this man is brilliant. And he talked in such a monotone. But you'd almost think it was like your grandfather talking to you. So, hi, Daniel. So then I'm sitting there and I'm listening to this man speak, and then he was talking about society and how people are being so stupid. And I'm going to repeat this because you guys know. Oh, Daniel, it's you. Holy crap. I got something for Daniel. Okay, so Daniel, listen. I got something for you. And he's like, oh, I have something for somebody else, and you jumped on and it's yours. So what I got for you today, and you're actually doing a very, very good job because you've been doing so much work and you've actually been helping so many people, and it's through your heart, which is huge because your heart has opened up. Oh, son of a bitch. We're going to have to, this is ending in 15 seconds, and I'm going to wait for you all to jump back on. Daniel, you have to jump back on so that I could tell you what they got for you, because it figures we've been on air for an hour and they're cutting me off, which is so unfair. So just come